voice coaching at Peach Jam.
You've had, I don't know, a week or so to kind of absorb it. Your initial thoughts on joining the Warriors?
I'm excited. I think Steph said it too. I even said it when it happened. It's going to take some getting used to, you know what I mean? But I'm excited, man. And talk to just about everybody, you know what I mean? So I'm excited to get going.
When you think about the way that you guys will have to all mesh together, how do you see that working? What do you need to do to make it all smooth?
Not to like sound crazy or whatnot, but at the end of the day, it's basketball. You know, it's not brain surgery. And I'm going into a situation with a bunch of guys who done played together for a long time that know how to play. And you all right over there?
Sorry.
All right. But
State Farm.
yeah, right here. It's expensive insurance right there. It's I don't know. I guess it's me or whatnot, but I'm not as worried about it as probably everybody else is, or anybody. And when I say everybody, not necessarily our team, but we gonna figure it out.
Is there a style of play in your career that you can remember is at least somewhat similar to the way they play, with kind of all the flowing movement and all that?
I don't know. You know, I mean, I've never played with, you know, all these different types of players. You know what I mean? So that's the situation. That's what happens. I don't think there's any team in the league that's the same. When I got to Phoenix, I had never played with a player like Devin Booker, right? J.J. Redick was a lot different, you know, in the way he shot coming off screen. Steph has the ability to create his own shot. Clay dropped, I forgot how many points with a few dribbles, you know what I'm saying? Exactly, you know what I'm saying? Draymond, the way that he can create shots for other players. So, yeah, like I said, luckily it's basketball, and I know a little bit about the game.
Following up on that, I mean, presumably you'd be coming off the bench playing with the second unit that's a lot younger than the Warriors of the past have been with J.K. and Moses. Just what do you think of their depth, their bench players that you might be playing alongside?
You coaching? Oh, okay. Well, I don't know what the situation is going to be yet. You know what I mean? So I think that'll be for us to figure out once we get going.
You've never come off the bench in your entire career. Is that something that you'd be willing to do?
Like I said, it'll be a conversation for us when camp starts or whatnot. But me and Steve have talked or whatnot. But you know, that ain't something that you'd be like, "What up, man? Where you starting? You coming off the?" You know what I mean? So I think we'll figure all that stuff out in camp.
Chris, you've never been afraid to throw that lob pass throughout your career. What do you think about the lob threats on this Warriors roster, whether it's Jonathan Kuminga or, you know, one of the rookies that just came in?
I don't know. I'll tell you the truth. Like, I honestly play basketball. You know what I mean? I don't ever go into a play saying, "Oh, here come this lob, here come this bounce pass." Some of the purest players of this game, you react. You know what I mean? So, like, not trying to be disrespectful, but I don't go into a game saying I want to see how many lobs I can get. You know, at the end of the day, is who can score the most points.
I'm sure you probably feel it, but a lot of Warriors fans are like, "We can't believe Chris Paul."
Yeah, neither can my family. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. Sports. You know what I mean? So obviously the day the trade happened and all that, and you put the jersey on for the first time. Me and Steph actually worked out together today, and it's wild, man, the way life happens, and it does, and you show up and you enjoy the ability to still play this game at a high level.
You've had so many battles against them over the years. How has your relationship evolved with Clay, Steph, and Draymond over the years?
What you mean? Like,
I mean, you guys have been rivals, you know, for a while, battles in a basketball context, heated rivalries. So now you guys are going to be teammates. Just how has the relationships evolved?
I think it's funny because there's always a respect there too when you compete like that against guys. You know what I mean? And obviously fans always want the insight. Do y'all talk? Did this happen? You know, Clay. For all those years, I would be running around chasing Steph, and Clay would be guarding me. You know, so there's a respect there. Me and Clay talk when we play. You know, and I think Draymond is sort of like. I always say when people ask me who's the one player that I didn't get to play with that I wish I would have, and I always say Kevin Garnett. And it's because the first 3 times I ever played against KG, we both got double techs. We was about to fight every time. But it was because he was like-minded like me. You know what I mean? And I think that's the way with Draymond. I know he competes just like I do, so it's going to be, you know, definitely dope to see us now as teammates.
Obviously, those guys are your peers and they've won championships, but big picture, you played a lot of basketball. Did you ever think at this stage in your life, you still be like, hey, we want this guy, we're going to win, we're going for a championship, but you still did have this impact on the game?
Did I think it? Yes, because I know the type of work that I put in and the competitor that I am. You know what I mean? Like, when you put the work in, I say this all the time, then you're never surprised about the situations, and you can always live with the different outcomes. But, you know, talking to Steve, talking to Steph, Dre, all these guys, I was real close with Andre Iguodala, Hilton Armstrong, who's one of the coaches, played with me in New Orleans. So basketball has a way of connecting people, and that's what I'm excited about.
What was the workout with Steph like today?
Wasn't a lot of misses. You know what I mean? So.
I mean, it's clear you had a lot of conversations with him, or I'm sure you did today. Just what have those kind of entailed? Is this basketball strategy, or is it just like reflection that
It ain't that deep, man. I'm serious. Like, I think I said it before. My wife over there went to Steph and Aisha's wedding. They were at my wedding. Like, we've known each other for a very long time, aside from the basketball court.
Chris, when you get to camp, when you have an elite basketball IQ and you join a room filled with elite basketball IQs, what are you hoping can happen?
That we win. I mean, I've been fortunate enough to play on 3 USA teams, 06, 08, 2012. So, you know, and it's high IQ basketball, guys that play off reads or whatnot. And what you learn is you figure it out. Everybody don't have the answers right now. We'll practice. I'm sure there's going to be some things that I got to learn, things that they got to learn about me, but that's the case with any team. Yeah.
What were those days like after Phoenix traded you to Washington, and I'm sure you weren't anticipating?
Yeah, that's a good question, DA. What were those days like? I was on a book tour. You know what I mean? So I was with my wife. You know what I mean? I was in New York. I was doing Good Morning America. I did Zooms. I did all that. So when you're in the midst of that and all that, you don't really even have time to process it or know what's going on. So that's that.
Did you have any anticipation about how that would be resolved, you know, in terms of Washington's going to send you somewhere, like, you know?
Yeah, to be honest, man, it's all such a blur now, you know, because like I said, anybody that wrote a book and did a book tour is kind of nonstop. And I mean, I had a funeral that I went to in the midst of it, was traveling with my family and all that, but everything happens for a reason, and I'm too excited to be in the Bay. You know what I'm saying? Like, seriously, like I said it before, it's a lot of guys who still don't get this opportunity to play this game, and not only am I still playing, thank God, at a high level, but with a great organization and a great team.
When you reflect on like how you and Steph began, he was in high school looking up to you, and, you know, now you guys are teammates. How wild is that to think like you've been a part of his journey?
It's cool. Yeah, I've been a part of his journey. He's been a part of mine. You know what I mean? Before his rookie year, he traveled with me and my family or whatnot. I know his dad, family, all that, kids, everything, man. And Steph is, it's been so dope to see. You know what I mean? Him, Seth, and all that. And we crazy competitors, as we should be. You know what I mean? But there are times where you get a chance to reflect. You know, a text here and there or whatnot, congratulating each other. And so, I mean, even working out today, we was just laughing. I don't think me and him had probably worked out together probably since like 2009 or something. So it's a great opportunity and a blessing to still be doing this at our ages, because he ain't young no more either. Yeah.
Two more. Chris, when you talk about the competitor that you still are, and we all know that you are still one, your place in Springfield was secure a long time ago. Your legacy is pretty secure. Is it just about the one ring? Is it what still drives you, I guess, at this point? We've done this much already.
This is a sport. You know what I mean? Like, this is fun. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Like, it's a job or whatnot, but I get a chance to play basketball every day and say that's my way of life. You know what I'm saying? So you saying like, why do I do it? For the same reason I did it when I was 4 or 5 years old. You know what I mean? Like I wouldn't spend the time training and working out and hooping and being away from my family if I didn't love it the way that I do. You know what I mean? So that hasn't changed, and yeah, that's why.
I read that you know, you have expectations of playing, you know, far beyond this season, or at least a few years. Is that right? I mean, you kind of still view the next few years as kind of your window.
No question. Yeah.
Why don't you stay there? We'll hold that